Hi, my name's Carrie Pompey, and I am Emma Pompey's mom, and it looks like she has some questions for me.
What was the happiest moment of your life?
Ooh, um, pretty difficult to answer that as there are a bazillion that I'm very grateful for. Probably one of the several. Since I have three kids, I can't choose one over the other. I would say getting married to Tom, my husband.
What about the saddest?
Saddest moments of my life have always been losing people that I love. Like my grandma, she nicknamed me Kasha, and we called her Busha, and she was just always real sweet and took the time to color with me when I was a little girl and make things, and she really loved music as I do and liked to play it all the time, and she liked to have a good time and dance. So I could really relate to that in her personality, probably over any of my other grandparents. Um, Another sad moment was losing my husband's grandmother, who, when I met her, we just connected. And we spent a lot of time together, especially when the kids were just born. And she'd always go with me to their little baby appointments. And I don't know, we just kind of had a kinship. So losing her was pretty tough, too.
Who was the most important person in your life growing up? And can you tell me about him or her?
Hmm. Well, the most important people in my life were definitely my parents. Um, so I really can't choose one over the other. I probably had been around my mom the most over my two parents. We lived out in the country when I was little. My mom worked part time outside the home, and my dad worked at a paper mill. And he had swing shifts, so if he was home, he was sleeping during the day and then go to work at night. And so if he was up, it would be just for a few hours, and then he was trying to just do the dad stuff. But my mom was kind of the staple. Her personality was very different than mine, though. She's pretty quiet, keeps to herself, um, but definitely important in that she was or is always very thoughtful of other people. She'd always be taking care of neighbors, bringing them things. She liked to be outdoors. She did a lot of solitary things. She liked to be in the garden, as she still does today. I suppose she modeled patience a lot, being giving, not being selfish. Probably the least selfish person I know on the planet. Um, and again, my dad's a good guy. Just probably my mom, though, had the biggest influence on me growing up.
So does that translate into the lessons that she taught you too?
Oh, what lessons did she teach me? Hmm. My mom didn't talk a whole lot, but her actions taught me that faith was number one. Um, taking time for church, going to mass, bringing things to funerals, providing things for bake sales, talking to people, taking the time to just stop them and say hello after mass. Um, that the people that she would talk to would seek me out or turn to me and say, "Oh, don't you realize you have a great mom, right? She always takes the time." So to me, I don't know, indirectly, those were pretty big lessons. That it's really about the little things.
Who has been the kindest to you in your life?
Oh, kindest to me outside of my parents.
Could be recently.
Um, I'd say overall, my husband, Tom, is probably the kindest. Um, Jeez, how? Let's see. Kindness to me. he puts up with me. Let's see. He just does things for the family. He puts his family first, and indirectly too, that means everything to me too. He just values family, and we just really, hope that as the years go on, we always take time for family activities and family time together.
What's your earliest memory?
Earliest memory. I don't know, maybe around 4 or 5, kind of that age when you're trying to ride bike, you're doing more things independently.
Do you have a specific one?
Specific early memory would be one that's really vibrant is learning how to ride a bike, and my dad trying to help me ride a bike and not being able to turn the bike wheels, and we kept going around and around, or straighten them out and then turn. My dad kept hanging on to me, and I went in a small little circle in front of the house on some cement, and then he would tell me to go down the driveway and turn, but I could never turn the handlebars, and ran into a little pine tree, and I decided I needed a nap because I was so frustrated. But then I remember waking up from that nap and looking at the ceiling going, I'm going to do this, and I marched out there by myself and hopped on that bike, and by goodness, I was able to turn those little handlebars, and then you couldn't get me off my little bike. Probably another early memory too is just spending time watching like Carol Burnett with my dad after Mass on Saturday nights. I just remembered I thought she was funny, but I was probably a little older to catch some of that humor.
Are there any words of wisdom you'd like to pass along to me?
Well, probably I just see the world speeding up, and you're living in an age where so much is coming at you from all ends, and I think the world is so distracting and noisy. It would be to take time to quiet yourself and put faith in family first, and whatever that might mean for you, because I just feel that no one can live up to everything that the world's trying to get us to buy. The best, the fastest, the prettiest, the smartest, the best job, the material things. And just being in education, I just see more and more kids and families coming that are just struggling because I just think they don't have time to have quality time together because everyone's being pulled in so many directions. So it would be just to make sure you take time to quiet yourself and check in and make sure that you're doing okay and the people that you care about.
What are some of the proudest, or what are you proudest most in your life? What are the proudest moments in your life? Or that's something that you have accomplished?
Probably my proudest in my life would be I guess listening and having my faith, because I think all the blessings that I have come from me just sitting going, asking God to help me make good decisions. And I think that's why I ended up in education, because I really do enjoy teaching, and I think that's why I ended up with Tom, because I trusted that was a good person, and he had the personality and the qualities that would make for a good husband and dad, and same thing with my kids. And I guess I'm just proud and grateful that I have my faith to kind of help ground me, because there's so many ups and downs. I'm proud that I usually am stubborn enough to keep trying when things don't go well, and that I, so far, turn inward if there is a struggle.
What's a time that you felt most alone, or that you felt that you didn't know where you were going or what was coming next?
I would say probably definitely in high school. I think that age is just nasty tough for anybody. My family was really busy. My dad had basically 2 full-time jobs, the mill, and we had a dairy farm, and so if he wasn't sleeping or working at the mill, he was doing the farm. Same thing with my mom. We were full-time farmers at that time. And so they weren't really active in the things that we were doing, and I didn't think much of it at the time, because it's just how it was. They were making a living for us and they were working hard. But I think that that's what made high school so difficult, because I really didn't, outside of my friends, a few of my close friends, I didn't, they just weren't available, and that was tough. So I would say definitely probably struggled the most in high school.
Has your life been different than you imagined?
Not too much. I always hoped to get married someday. I knew I always wanted kids. I always kind of wanted to be a teacher. I guess I'm just really grateful. I mean, now when we're able to take some little trips and stuff, I never imagined being able to do some of those things, quite honestly. So that's exciting and fun, but it's kind of how I hoped and imagined it would be.
How would you like to be remembered?
Oh, as a giving person, as someone that would do just about anything to just have some good family time, somebody that just was seen as family orientated and with a strong faith, maybe as people's support systems, that someone they could count on. Just someone they knew that loved them and wanted the best for them.
Do you have any regrets?
Regrets. That's a great question. Honestly, I can't think of again, probably when you guys were little, maybe staying home as a mom, because I enjoyed that so much. I think any kind of regrets would be just giving the 3 of you more of my time. But I'm sure there were times when you didn't want it anyway. But that's really the only thing I can think of, just regrets of maybe having more time with family and working a little bit less. But other than that, not really.
What does your future hold, or something that you really want to accomplish in the future?
Oh gosh, Well, I want to be a rock star grandma someday. No pressure.
Jeez.
What's something I look forward to? Hoping that my family sees me as someone they can go to if they need help with something. And continue to build those relationships and trust and all of that. I kind of hope it has a little bit more in my future with art. I hope I start taking some art classes. I really enjoy that, and I think that's a talent I really put to the wayside.
Cooking, maybe? Cooking class?
Yeah, I could. Hey, we rocked Thanksgiving. That was amazing. But, yep, just learning some new things. I love to learn new things.
Okay. Thank you.